The great weather conditions Max Mongrello spoke of arrive, bringing cooler temps and promise. With a 30-degree temperature swing, Jared Mills decides to hunt the Big Ten, choosing to sit in the same observation stand that overlooks most of the farm. He has a solid hunt, but his target doesn't make an appearance. Drake Lamb is also hunting, choosing a stand overlooking the same CRP field that found him sitting behind his biggest buck ever the season before. Observing some pre-rut activity, the hunt is overall action-packed, but Drake must continue his wait for a shooter buck to make an appearance. That same evening, 65 miles to the east of Drake, team members Caleb Greiner and Casey Murrey are tucked into a blind, continuing to grind out the early muzzleloader season, hoping to get a chance at Casey's first buck.
Well guys, it's about 5:30 here. We haven't seen any deer, which is expected. I've been hanging out with Collins and Caleb quite a bit this past summer, learning a lot about hunting and managing trail cameras to identifying deer. And bear with me, but I believe that we are sitting right here in front of the bedding area, which is this draw, and we're sitting in the transition into the standing corn behind us is where their food's at. So with any luck, hopefully one of these mature bucks will step out tonight and I'll get to wrap my tag around it. But for now, we're just gonna get quiet and see what happens.
Welcome back, guys. Today is October 24th and Casey and I just arrived at the home farm. The reason I'm doing an interview right now is solely because this stand that we're going to sit is one of those stands that as soon as you get in it, you're gonna have deer right under the stand basically all morning. This location is actually the same CRP field that Josh harvested his 8 on a few years ago. But we do have super high hopes for this morning. We're going in here specifically after a buck that I passed last year, a 4-year-old, after Collins harvested his deer. And that deer's Flyers. He's been on one of the cameras that I have on this farm quite frequently. I think we're gonna get everything packed on our backs right now, get everything loaded, and start walking in, but we will meet you guys in the tree.
Got this. Oh, he's nice. Oh, I still can't see him. I mean, I can kind of see him. They're fighting right now. It's a giant 8-point. He's looking back, he's looking back. Oh, Casey. It's through trees right there. Do you have a shot there? I think he's gonna go straight up though. Yeah, he's gonna go straight up. We might get lucky. He might come down here and check us out. I don't know. He's still making a scrape. That buck's walking left. Casey, you can shoot him soon. He's literally in the open. Casey, look at the buck. Look at the buck. Just get on it. Do you have him there? Let me know when you want me to stop him.
Blah!
You got him.
You shoot him?
Oh!
You stroked
Nice job, baby! He's down right there. Casey, that's a giant. That is way bigger than what we expected. Let me get the camera out of here. Oh,
Dude, I can't believe I just did that.
you smoked it. You literally smoked it.
I gotta call my mom.
Hello?
Hi, I smoked a big one.
You did?
Yeah,
Oh, how exciting. Congratulations.
thanks. Oh,
Good. Just a little while ago? Or what?
yeah, literally like 5 seconds ago. Well, not 5 seconds, probably like a minute ago. Oh, I'm shaking so
She's
badly.
got buck fever super hard right now.
I'm shaking super badly.
Oh, boy. Good job, Casey.
Thanks, Mom. I'll talk to you
All
later.
right. How exciting.
Okay.
All right.
All right, love you.
Send
Bye.
pictures. All
Okay.
right, I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God.
Well guys, we finally got our hands on the buck, and I think Casey's smile says it all right here. We got in here this morning, probably about 6 o'clock in the stand. I told Casey as soon as we got to the CRP, there's probably gonna be deer in the CRP while we're setting up, so just keep a close eye out. And she whispered over to me, she thought she saw something. I look out there and all we could see was a big bodied figure. And with the rain that we had yesterday actually, I thought there might be a few bucks checking these scrapes on these edges of this field, and I guess the plan paid off today. And he actually died right in his scrape that he was working right there when we were filming him in night vision. But she made a beautiful shot at 80 to 100 yards, and the deer didn't go 30 yards before he expired. Collins and I do still have our archery tags for this fall, and we plan on getting out here pretty hard in the next week or two. For a few of our mature bucks that we're after. But as always, you guys, thank you for watching Midwest Whitetail. I hope to see you back next time. He's a stud. Oh, he's a stud. All right, now the fun part begins. You're gutting them.
Miles to the southeast, Mike Reed is also hunting in the morning of October 24th. Much like Casey and Caleb, his action begins right away.
Just keep your eyes peeled, he'll pop up again. He should come through here.
It's about 9:15, and we're just getting a break in the action. It is Saturday, October 24th. It is a cold, high-pressure morning. It's a beautiful morning in the woods, and Chase and I are set up down on our river bottom farm. We've had quite a bit of activity thus far this morning. I had a few small bucks and does messing around right after we got set up. And then I had 2 does spook. And we had a big coyote come down the trail here. I shot it at 10 yards. We saw that really nice 3-year-old. It's a little 3-year-old 10. It's got a big kicker off the right base. Really pretty deer. Came into 30 yards, and then a short while later, that deer with the extra beam came in. We think that deer's 4. He ran the 3-year-old off and worked a scrape right here, and we got some real good footage of him at 30 yards. So pretty cool encounters. My primary target, as most of you know, on this farm is Merino. And then we finally got pictures of that broken 4-year-old. He's moved back in. We're calling him Dak. He's a really nice looking deer. He didn't grow a ton from last year, but he's just a solid deer. We had tons of encounters with him last year, and he grew a big second brow on that left side. We're setting up in my favorite time of year to hunt, this last week of October, and I've got a couple days off this week and a bunch of afternoons where I'll get out of work early and try to get in the woods. So looking forward to the next few weeks of hunting. It's about 11 o'clock. We've seen a few more deer, but the wind is going to start switching from north to east, and the east blows like straight back into the bedding. So I want to get down and pull a few cards, pull that home camera, and come up with a plan for this afternoon.
He's just standing there looking around, but he's not looking at us. He's coming this way. I'm on him. I'm on him whenever. He's looking at that. He didn't stop that time. He's going down.
That was encounter number 1 with Dak, one of our target bucks. He totally caught us off guard here. We had just finished packing up. Camera was in the bag. I just looked up, and about 9,500 yards off, I could see a deer standing there. It looked like a mature buck. I got him in the binos, and definitely a mature buck. Couldn't really see his rack, but I thought it was Dak. And I don't think we really spooked him. I think he heard us packing up, but he couldn't see us. And so he just was looking alert this direction. And the closest he got was 55 yards. I thought he was going to come right down this trail where that doe came earlier today. And he turned and he went back into the peninsula. Those brows are something. Big split brow. It's a beautiful deer. It's cool to have an encounter with him. Hopefully we can catch up with him or Merino here pretty soon.
Casey and Mike's action-packed morning hunts are another sure sign that the best time of the year is just around the corner. Following his encounter with Dak, Mike makes a stand switch due to the shifting winds for the evening hunt. His move pays off, and though the camera doesn't capture it, Mike encounters the buck for a second time, capping off another incredible day for the team. The following day, 70 miles to the west of Mike and Jared's river property, Drake is gearing up for another hunt on his CRP permission farm.
It's the afternoon of October 25th. We decided to come in here to the CRP farm right next to all this bedding. It's a little bit after 3:30. We got in here clean. We've probably seen, I think, 4 deer since we've been set up. Basically how this sets up is there's a big ditch right in front of us that leads down out into the CRP in the bottom. The other stand that we had that we hunted on Friday, I believe, is straight across from us. So we're up on the hill. There's really good bedding to the north and to the west. We just kind of came in here. We got nothing to lose. We have one decent deer showing up on camera. He showed up this morning. He's got some junk on both of his G2s. He's a solid deer. I'm just not sure how old he is. But this is just one of those farms that heats up this time of the year. We're getting to that stage where these bucks are starting to maybe get up and cruise a little bit. You know, start that pre-rut activity. They're hitting scrapes a lot now. So it's just one of those spots you never know when a giant can step out. The whole neighborhood's really good. So we can see forever. Like I said, we're surrounded by bedding. It's starting to snow a little bit. Can't really ask for anything better on October 25th. So we're going to settle in. Hopefully we see some deer tonight.
While Drake waits on the surprised giant to make its way by his stand, 90 miles to the northeast, Jared is preparing for another round with his top target, the Big Ten.
Unbelievable. Do we call that or what? It's 420. Come on, buddy. Went in there, didn't he? He just went into that brush this way.
It's not very often you get to do your opening interview after having spotted your target buck. We just watched him for about 15 minutes. He wasn't in a hurry, just kind of moseying around. I'm betting he was bedded right there and just kind of got up. He might lay back down or he might kind of work this way. But when I got up in the stand, I had a feeling we were close to where he was living. This is where he cored up all last year, was right around these two little ponds. And I came in and hung this stand this summer specifically for that reason.
This is a sweet spot right here. Had to get up here a little ways just to get over these little oak trees down below, but I can shoot most plots as long as they're not right up against the edge. Normally I don't really hang stands to leave them up, but this being one of the few trees that can even have a stand in it, I decided to hang this one here. We'll be able to just hopefully see him and make adjustments from this spot. You can almost see the entire area he used last year.
Based on cameras, I don't think he has spent a whole lot of time in there yet this year, but potentially he has and I missed him, or potentially he's just moving back in. I'm not really sure. It's not even 5 o'clock yet, so we're gonna just kind of hold tight. visual on him. He's kind of slipped into the cover right now.
I don't like the direction those bucks are heading.
Jared's attempt at calling doesn't produce the desired result, and the giant dissolves into the swaying prairie grass. Back in south central Iowa, Drake is trying to create some luck of his own.
Hunter, good deer coming right down here, right down the stretch. I don't know if he's gonna go right or if he's gonna go left. Sweet encounter with that deer. I think he's a big 3-year-old. He looks pretty young. We got pictures of him back here in this bedding. I was telling Hunter, I was like, this is too good of a spot to rattle and not have something come in. And he read the script right there. That's exactly what I wanted him to do. That deer's gonna be a slammer in a couple years. Getting closer day by day. I mean, it's 25th of October, it's cold. We're gonna settle in. It's shaking a little bit, but sweet encounter. We're gonna settle in. We probably got another 45 minutes of daylight left, but it's a good start.
Collins and I do still have our archery tags for this fall, and we plan on getting out here pretty hard in the next week or two for a few of our mature bucks that we're after.
That was encounter number 1 with Dak, one of our target bucks. He totally caught us off guard here. Those brows are something. Big split brow. Hopefully we can catch up with him or Marino here pretty soon.
As always, it's good to see him, but he is definitely presenting a tough challenge to get close to. We'll keep after it. This is always the fun part, but it can be pretty frustrating when you think you have a good game plan and most of the time doesn't work out.
Getting closer day by day. I mean, it's 25th of October, it's cold. It's a good start.
The old saying is that all good things must come to an end, but do they? The quality of hunting we continue to experience fuels the hope that October may never come to a close. Casey finally got the opportunity she's been dreaming of ever since she started working with Caleb in the dog days of summer, tagging a great buck and igniting a passion for the years to come. Mike Reed laid eyes on the buck now known as Dak, and if history repeats itself, the story with the River Farm Giant should be full of rut-filled action, and the saga with the Big Ten and Jared Mills continues to write itself. The last week of October is always good, and we are right on its doorstep. On the other side of that door, we all know what's waiting for us. That is the time we've been preparing for. That is when we start chasing November.